Oh,
Back up just a second.
Yeah, go for it.
Ken, it's your turn.
all right. Who's closest to me?
That would be Goblin number 3, the one with the hand axe.
Okay, about how far is he from me?
I would say within 20 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to run up to him while pulling out my battle axe,
Sounds good.
and I'm going to give him a big old boop over the head
All right.
with
So roll attack.
18,
Yep, that hits.
and damage is 1d8. Plus 3, 4 damage.
4 damage.
4 damage.
You do 1d8 plus 3.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. So how do we want to do that? Sorry. So I'm backing out for just a second. Last time we did combat, I described everybody's attacks and came up with all of that for you guys. A suggestion that somebody gave to me was that I ask you guys how you want to describe your attack.
Okay.
So, how do you want to do this, Ken?
All right, I'm running up to this guy, and at this point, he's torn screaming and just about to go ham on this little guy, and so I
Shouldn't have opened with Ken.
I just picture this goblin like spinning around and seeing me, and he like throws up his arms, and I like bust him out of the way, and I don't get a fatal hit on him, but I take a pretty good hit on his arm or something.
You take a hearty
Yeah,
swing.
that sounds good to me.
And with a bonus action, I'm going to pull out my light hammer because I bought 2 of them, and I'm going to hit him.
Your great axe is a 2-handed weapon.
Yeah, well, okay.
Bonus attacks are for one-handed, or what's the rule on that?
Yeah, so you would have to have a free hand to do
And
a second
short sword is
weapon.
one hand, right?
Does it take an action to put away my battle axe?
I would say that because you are engaged as you're doing it, yeah.
Okay. I am not going to put away my battle axe. I'm just going to drop it on the ground and pull out my light hammer.
You don't have a light hammer.
Yeah, I do have a light hammer. I bought 2 of them.
Oh, he bought 2 of them. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
I'm going to hit him with my light hammer. I rolled a 13.
That does not hit.
Ah, man. Wait, sorry. Not a 13. 13 plus 5. 18.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Ken.
I forgot about my modifiers.
Oh, man.
Oh, because proficiency plus your strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, plus 5.
Yeah, that hits.
Sweet. And then
1d4.
I'm going to roll 1d4 plus 3 is 6 damage.
I don't think you get a bonus on that. Oh, unless it's your fighting style.
It's my fighting style.
Oh, okay.
What are we talking about fighting styles? I don't know anything about this.
That's
I'm proficient in all weapons.
Okay.
So no matter what I'm using, I'm going to have
I don't
the bonus.
Adding proficiency bonus to damage. 5e. Oh, okay. Oh, do not add the proficiency bonus to damage rolls. Just the ability modifier. Okay, yes. Sorry. Go ahead. So, how much damage?
6 damage.
6 damage.
Yep.
Woo! Yeah. How do you want to do that?
Whew. So, epically, as this like goblin is kind of recovering, I just throw my battle axe down onto the ground and pull out my light hammer. And is this fatal or
No.
no? He's hurting though. So I pull out my light hammer and I bash him in the face.
Okay. It crunches the side of his skull in. It doesn't quite kill him, but he like spits out basically all of his teeth and a whole mess of blood.
Okay. Sweet.
Classy.
Damn, that guy's.
Hold on. I have one more thing. I'm not quite familiar with it. It's the action surge. I don't think I have that just yet, so never mind.
Let me look up fighter here. Fighter 5e. Roll 20. You get 1 action surge at level 2.
Okay. What can I do with my action surge? I'm sorry, guys. I don't understand it just yet. I should have been looking it up.
Oh, you're good. You can take 1 additional action on top of your regular action and possible bonus action. Action surge for extra attack.
D8, D6.
Okay, so yes, you are allowed to get 1 extra attack with action surge.
Okay. I'm going to action surge with my light and I'll do that again. So
Does he get action surge? Oh wait, never mind.
He gets action surge once per short rest. Short
Gotcha.
rest? Any rest, yeah.
And that'll be a 20 modded.
Okay, that very hits, yeah.
And I rolled a 9 for damage.
Okay. That is fatal. How do you want to do it?
So he's on the ground with a busted in skull. I stand over him.
He was still standing, actually. He was still standing.
He was still standing.
He had no tip, but he was somehow still standing. Yes.
Yeah.
I look at him dead in the eye and I say, "Not anymore, youngin." And I take my hammer, I take the sharp point of it and stab it straight into his heart.
There is not a sharp point on a throwing hammer.
Well,
it's a hammer.
Shoot. I meant I was thinking claw on a hammer. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm thinking like small sledge.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Then I'm going straight for his forehead then.
Okay. Yeah.
You could stab his socket with the handle.
You completely collapse his entire skull onto itself, and he just crumples straight down in a heap.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Now, Cody, it's your turn.
Okay, well, he is dead.
In 1 turn. That was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so were there 3 what was the total number? Was it 3?
So there are 3 left.
There are 3 left. I know there are 2 5 feet
There are
from
2
me?
in front of you, yeah. Two within 5 feet of you.
Okay, and where's the 3rd? Well, 4th.
It dropped out of the woods and is probably about 10 feet away from you.
Okay. I have 2 quick questions. So
Okay.
when I'm looking at my character thing, so for hit dice, it says I have 2d8. What are those?
That is for recovering health on a short rest.
Okay. And my other question, Dash, disengage, and hide can be bonus actions because I'm a rogue.
Do you have that yet?
It shows up in my features when I made the class.
Uh,
I get that at level 1, don't I?
Let me find out. Rogue fighting. Let's see here.
Kelso, were we
These
supposed
sneak
to level
attack,
up?
these can't. Oh, at level 2 you get cunning action. So you are allowed to take a bonus action on each of your turns to dash, disengage, or hide.
Okay, and that doesn't count as my so if I use a short dagger, it's not that, right? That's an additional bonus action. That's like a separate category of bonus, right? So like short sword, dagger attack, and then I can flee, kind of thing.
Okay.
On my screen, it says you can dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action, but that's the only thing it says. It doesn't specify anything else.
Okay, so cunning action is your bonus action. So, because normally you cannot dash, disengage, you can't disengage or hide as most classes as a bonus action, I don't think.
Okay.
But with cunning action, you're allowed to hide, disengage, or dash as a bonus action.
Okay. So
I
that,
think.
as a bonus action, does that mean that would... So instead of having 2 one-handed attacks, I would have a one-handed attack and can, say, hide? Or would that be 2 one-handed attacks and then I can hide?
You could do one-handed attack. Action. Okay. Let's see here. Other activity. Between attacks.
Sorry, it's kind of important to know, though.
Well, sorry. Back up and run that past, because I was reading something and...
Oh, I said sorry to make you look it up. That's good to know.
Oh, yeah. I think is this engage in action? Disengage is an action for most people, so bonus action for rogue. You only get one-handed attack, or one weapon.
One attack, and then that could be my bonus action. Okay, that's clear. So disengage, would it be a dodge then, or
no? Disengage is, so normally when you try to move away from an enemy, you provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Disengage allows you to move without provoking an attack of opportunity. So an attack of opportunity would be an attack that is not on your turn, that is at advantage.
So disengage is essentially like a strafe dodge.
Kind of, yeah.
Like
it allows you to
strafing
move out
away from them, I should say.
Yeah. It allows you to move out of range without being attacked.
Okay. And then dash just allows me to move a solid
faster
distance, or...
Yeah, I think it adds dash 5e. You gain extra movement speed for your current turn. So it's an action, or for you, it's a bonus action that doubles your movement speed.
Got it. Okay. Good to know. I'm going to attack Goblin 2 with my short sword and then my dagger.
Okay.
So
2d20s.
Okay. And which bonus do I add to that?
So you only add your bonus to your primary hand that you're working as your action.
Right.
Which I would assume is your short sword.
Correct, because it's the most...
And you add your proficiency bonus.
Oh, okay, my proficiency. So that's a +2. Okay. So 14. And then my second attack hit my computer and went off the desk. 7. Good job, phone. Thank you for being in the way.
Okay, neither of those hit.
Alrighty. Ken, I'm gonna need you to do that thing again.
Okay, and so you have movement, but because you used your bonus action to attack, you would not be able to disengage, so you would provoke attacks.
I thought attack of opportunity was if I moved away from them.
Yes.
I did.
That's sorry. I was telling you that you have all you have left is movement, unless you want to, or which you can't really do unless you want to provoke an attack of opportunity.
Gotcha. Well, I guess I'll sit there and take a beating like a champ.
Okay.
Comes around. Because what good does it do me to give them an extra attack?
Yeah. Also, future reference, because you're proficient in your weapons and they are melee, you also add your strength modifier. So would that change either of your rolls? How much would that change either of your rolls?
So wait, so I'm adding proficiency and my strength modifier?
And your strength, yeah.
Okay. Okay. My strength modifier is a +3 and my dexterity is a 4.
Yeah.
So real quick, when I look at my actual weapon inventory,
Yeah.
My short sword, my 2 daggers, and then my improvised dagger all show a D4 +4 rather than my +3 for strength. They add my dexterity, I think, by the looks of it.
No, I don't know. Oh,
You cut
it
out
might
what?
be that they're getting. It might be that they're getting your double proficiency. I don't know why they would, but it should be because they're melee weapons, finesse weapons. They should be adding your strength plus your proficiency, so they should be +5.
Okay. So they
if
should
they
be
were-
+5 rather than +4 is what you mean.
Yeah.
That's weird. Because I have a proficiency of +2 and a strength
Sorry.
of 3.
The dagger is finesse, so you add your proficiency plus dexterity if you want to use your dexterity.
Wait, you mean if? That's not how that works, or what do you mean by if?
If you want to use your dexterity for a dagger, you can.
Dexterity versus strength?
Yeah.
And that's just really whichever one is higher is the one you want to use, is I take it?
Generally.
Whichever one.
Okay.
And short sword is also finesse, so you can use your dexterity plus your proficiency. So they should be getting +6.
Okay, so that's probably what it is. It's not adding their proficiency then, is what I'm guessing it's happening.
Yeah,
Because the light hammer shows +3, which is my strength.
Yeah,
That one is strength.
because that is not a finesse weapon.
Right.
And you are not proficient with the hammer.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, that's all kind of confusing, and I'm still learning which weapons are what style.
No, that's cool.
So-
It's just weird to me that this is not showing that. Okay, so my short sword and my daggers should all be +6, not +4.
Yeah. I think it's because the proficiency for your weapons is like a plain text as opposed to it being coded to add in for your dexterity. So it's just adding your dex modifier because it's higher, and then not adding your proficiency because it doesn't.
That could make sense. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
+6, not +4.
yeah, do you remember what I rolled?
No.
I think I rolled fuck.
I mean this.
It wasn't was it 12 successful?
I think no, the 12 was not successful.
Okay, I think that's what I rolled then, because I know my
Okay,
second
then
one
that
was
would be a
7
14
total.
instead.
So a 14 and a 9.
Neither of those hit. Still.
Well,
Okay.
still good to know.
Cool.
And then the
Yeah.
light hammer is still a +3, right? Because I don't add
Yeah, because
proficiency.
Lighthammer is not finessed.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
That is
So-
good to know.
Goblin 1 and Goblin 2 Goblin 1, the one with the short sword, saw his buddy's head get totally smashed in, and he gets enraged and decides that he's going to go over and try to hit the dwarf. So you get an attack of opportunity against Goblin number 1. So roll a d20 with your adding your dexterity and your proficiency with your short sword.
Okay, dexterity and proficiency. Okay, so that would be +6 with my short sword. So roll 20, not 20 plus 6.
Okay, so that hits. And then so roll your damage and then double it. Whatever comes up, double it.
Okay, a d6. And off the table, but it was a 5 because it slid on a 5 for a really long time, and then it fell off.
Okay.
So
10 total
I heard the
damage.
ding in
Yeah.
the background. It was pretty good sounding.
Okay.
what do you say?
So
I said I heard the ding in the background. It sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
It hit the metal bar on my floor.
Nice.
Yeah, I like my desk.
Neat.
yeah. So on his way out,
really need to
the
clear space for
goblin you take a slash at the goblin, and on its way out you just kind of, I mean, it's dead, so how do you want to do it?
I go for the fucking throat.
Okay, so as it turns around to book it out to get to its buddy, you
No, I
just
stab it through the
slash.
I stab it through
Oh,
the throat.
you stab
I
it.
changed my mind.
Okay, and so you stab at it as it's starting to run away, and it just like severs its whole spine right through its throat, and it's just kind of like, and then goes down.
That will be gift later on, I am sure.
Please.
How's your day going?
Okay.
That is so bad.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is why we record.
And then the hand axe, or not the hand axe, the club takes a swing at you, and he nat 20s, but he only gets 1d4. So he does 6 damage to you, Cody.
Okay. Worth the insta-kill.
Okay.
That I completely missed beforehand.
Yeah. Okay, Colton, it is your turn.
Alrighty. So I hop out of the back of the cart and I walk or run around and I look for goblin number 4, the one with the bow, right?
Yep.
All right. So I move around to the front of the cart that me and Torin were on. And how far away is he from me?
I think that's about 50 feet.
50
And
feet?
with your short bow,
Has a range of 8.
yeah, so that is still within range.
Alrighty. So I notch an arrow and I take aim at it. So
Okay.
let's see. Roll d20.
Yep, d20 plus
Natural
your dexterity plus your proficiency.
So
Natural
that's plus
20?
3. So I rolled a 23.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Yeah. All right. And then roll my attack.
Yes, so that should be a d6 plus
Proficiency
proficiency.
and dexterity, right?
Oh no, sorry, just your dexterity, not your
Plus
proficiency.
dexterity.
I mean,
Okay.
it's a nat 20, so.
All right. So I do 6 damage. So I pulled
6
the arrow
damage.
back.
Is that including the crit, doubling it?
Oh, that's doubling it?
So whenever you get a nat 20, you double then, right?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, for combat, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I did,
There's gotta be something flat I can roll
that's
on.
12 damage. So I take
Okay.
aim and I shoot it right in the head.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that just it goes into the one. Oh, sorry. How do you want it to happen? It's dead. It's very dead.
Uh,
It's sitting at -4 health.
yeah. Can I have its head explode?
Sure.
I mean, it's an arrow, but
No, it's fine. The arrow goes straight, hit him in the head and go straight through, even further.
Okay. So it just like penetrates the one side of his skull. Actually, he was facing towards you more or less because he took a shot at Ken. So he was facing towards you, and it went in like right between his eyes because they have the kind of the wide space between the eyes. So that's a little bit of a bigger target. Right between his eyes, and just straight through his skull, out the other side. Complete penetration. Like it did not stop. It just went straight through.
It looks
and
like
it just
someone
kind of
took a drill and went straight through.
Yeah, and it just kind of like blinks and falls backwards.
Nice.
Nice.
Goblin 2 is now cowering in fear.
Roll for intimidation.
Okay.
How did I roll a natural 40 with that? It's fine.
Ken, it's your turn.
Sweet. How many goblins are left?
Just
There's
him.
one.
There's just one. How far is he from me?
So you ran around to the front of the first cart,
This'll work.
and so that's about 15 feet. Yeah, 15 feet.
Okay. All right. I am going to put away my light hammer and pick up my battle axe.
Okay, so that will be your bonus action to pick up the battle axe after putting away your light hammer.
Yeah, that's my bonus action. I don't care about it. And I'm going to start walking towards the goblin, just staring at it, kind of, how bouncers do, bouncing their club up and down, just kind of walking towards people. Yeah, I'm doing that. And I get within like 2 feet, and I raise up my battle axe, and I just start swinging it down towards them. And that is a 16.
That hits.
Hits. And I'm going to roll a D8 plus 3
Strength.
plus strength.
Yeah. So 3. Yeah, you were right.
Okay. And that is 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. So, the goblin was like, after seeing all of his friends just thoroughly butchered, he had kind of dropped to one knee and was put his hands over his head with his club just kind of in there. And so you came at him towards his side. You said you swung it straight down, and it shatters the club and it just goes straight through and plunges pretty heftily into the second goblin. And it let's see. Odds or evens?
Ooh.
Evens.
Evens?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It removes his left arm.
Ah!
He is still alive, but he is not well. Cody, it is your turn.
Now, is he going to get a bleeding effect done to him?
Well,
How much health does he have?
Let's see here.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. He's armless. He was already cowering. He was essentially quitting.
Limbs.
I doubt he's gonna even try to attack at this point.
He might.
We could
Let's
interrogate.
see here.
Do any of you guys speak Goblin?
I heard they're pretty tasty, but I say we could interrogate, see if he's got anything worth telling.
I think we'll give him 1d4 bleeding turn.
Okay.
Unless you guys patch him up or have Aerie heal him.
No.
Okay, hold up. Before we kill him off, should we I just said the word, what the hell is it? Interrogate? Yes. I mean, he might know something, right? Maybe? I mean, I doubt 4 goblins is really what terrorized an entire village, you know? Like, I feel like realistically, 4 of them versus a village, there's got to be someone who could at least smack one of them in the village, you know? I'm saying, there's got to be more somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, or we could just straight up torture. I mean, you know, whatever floats your boat. But I'm just saying, let's be productive about it.
I have +1 intimidation. I don't know about you guys, but mine
I have a -1. Colton, your charisma's -1 mod, right?
My charisma is +1.
It's +1. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to be the one who does it, obviously, because I'm in the neg.
No.
But
If you have a -1 charisma, you have a +1 intimidation because you're ugly.
No, that is not how that works.
I will have you know, sir, that it just means I am not a smooth, fast talker. All right, that's all it means.
Okay, never mind. I'm wrong. I selected that as one of my proficiencies.
Gotcha. Okay, so you guys are stopping the fight for the moment to interrogate him.
Okay, so who did we decide was doing it? Who had the best stats for that, for intimidation?
And how are you handling his removed limb?
Do we have any sort of fire?
I have a
Not
candle.
on you.
I have a torch in my bag that we could light.
Oh, that's right. We have torches and shit now. That's right. That's what I meant to write down.
Okay. I was thinking of like carterizing it, but
no, that's what we're talking about. But a torch works better than a candle.
Yeah. But if Aerie is willing to heal him, maybe at least stop the bleeding.
I straight up forgot about him. He was so
let's
useful during the fights.
Yeah, I say let's have Aerie patch up the wound, so that we can stop the bleeding, so that we can interrogate him. But then afterwards, we just kill him.
So, Aerie comes up and he kneels down next to the goblin and a bandage, and he kind of, wraps it over the stump and helps to staunch the bleeding and around, and no longer which is good, because in another 20 seconds I was going to roll my d4 for damage, and he might have. So
that might have been the end of it.
Yeah, it could have been, but you guys decided quickly.
Yeah.
All right. So the bleeding has been staunched.
Alrighty. So I think I had the highest charisma, right? I don't have natural intimidation, but
-1
I have a charisma
for me. So
I have a charisma of +1, so might as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I have an intimidation +1, so it could be either of us, I guess. If you wanted to go for it, go for it.
I feel like Torin should do it, since Torin's the one who freaking cut off his arm. It's only fitting, in my opinion, but I don't actually care.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can intimidate him.
All right, go ahead and try.
I'll go up to him, and first I'll
Hi, name's Torin. Sorry.
Goblin, Torin, you speak common?
Yes! Yes!
I totally forgot about the language barrier.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that, Will.
No. All right. I
Yes, we speaks common.
Where are the rest of your people?
That way. And he kind of points towards the side of the trail, more or less where a couple of them jumped out. And he says, "We have a cave. Many of us."
I want you to deliver a message.
No, but are we
No,
agreeing
no.
to send him back alive? Are you sure about this?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want a dead goblin just thrown in a cave, or do you want a goblin that is completely scared shitless, running back to his people and trying to get them out of it?
No.
I feel like that would just provoke them, to be honest.
Yeah.
What do you say,
Well,
Colton? What
in
are
all
your thoughts on the matter?
I'm thinking we could probably go for the Goblin Cave. They've been attacking the people for a while, so if we go there, they're going to be a good source of gold for us to have for the next town.
Right,
The
but
thing
let's
is we
talk
have to deal
numbers
with
here.
all
I
of
mean, I feel like we might be a little bit outgunned, and our items might not be the best.
Yeah. Well, I still haven't leveled up because I didn't realize that we were supposed to. So
We leveled up after the first session.
yeah, I forgot to do that. So I've just been walking around with a level 1 character this whole time. So
Solid.
yeah. I
Oof.
say while we're walking over, I can probably try to fix that real quick. I doubt it, but
Do you have the app that we've been using, Ken and I?
No, he's doing more or less like a real character sheet. Ranger is pretty simple from level 1 to 2.
yeah.
Let's see
Did we
here.
get it?
At level 2, you get your
Canna,
fighting
or
style
magic.
and you unlock spellcasting.
Yeah.
How-
So
How much experience do we have right now? Mine's just empty because I didn't.
He's
catch
been
up.
going by milestones.
Yeah,
Oh, milestones.
I'll just let you guys know when we level.
alrighty.
So you get a fighting style. Okay, so Ranger's a little bit to go to level 2, but yeah. But it's not terribly complicated, but it's not like I just changed the number to 2. You get a fighting style and you get spellcasting.
Yeah.
Okay. Blah 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 blah.
Cool.
So what do we?
Anything else that you're asking the goblin?
I say we ask him to lead us. In all honesty, I think we could probably I don't know.
I almost really don't want to do that just because of how outnumbered we are, and I'm the dwarf of the group.
I feel like we shouldn't charge in, let alone walk up to the front gates.
Like, if we could have a sneaky man sneak in and just at least take a quick look, maybe that could help us out. Just a rough estimate on numbers.
So I have a +6 to my stealth, and a +7 to my perception, +6 to sleight of hand, and then okay, real quick, I have a +5 to my athletics. What do you check that for, Boat?
Athletics would be like running, jumping, climbing, stuff that would be strength and not necessarily dexterity. Whereas acrobatics would be
Acrobatics is
flips
dexterity, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right there. Okay, so athletics is more parkour, acrobatics is more
free running. Yeah.
free running. Okay. I know that's oxymoronic because they're synonymous, but we get the picture.
Well,
so
they're
yeah,
not.
works for me.
They're not really, but that's not a conversation we need to have now.
No, that's fair. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Do you guys think I can roll good enough to do that? Because if I get stuck in there, I'm a dead character, you know?
What's your proficiency in stealth?
Stealth is a +6 to whatever I roll.
Plus, you have your normal dexterity bonus as well. So
Yeah, I know. Dexterity +4, an additional +2 to stealth. So a total of 6.
yeah. Okay.
That's probably pretty good odds. We'll
I don't
need
trust
to.
my rolls, my dude. I could sneak. I mean, the idea is that I just take a look, so I feel like the risk could be minimized because I could probably do that. It's a cave, so I would be closer to the front. That still gives me. I mean, I can dash and disengage, so that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we could. What does Ari think? You like that, right?
Let's see. Ari, let's see here. I have to remember his voice now too.
Yes.
Well, I think it would be good to at least find the trail to the hideout of the goblins. We also it may be helpful to know why they have been why they have been ambushing. This is not entirely usual for goblins to be this aggressive and this thought out.
I was actually about to ask, how clever are goblins generally?
Goblins have a intelligence of 10, which is flat, middle, and average, and a wisdom of 8, which is below average.
Okay, so they're average, below average. Okay,
Yeah.
so they're probably not super on the spot or probably that really great with traps and the like. Although maybe a pothole with leaves or something here and there. I feel like the path probably to their cave would be relatively safe under that pretense. I could still... Colton and I could still travel ahead, whereas Torin watches him, and he leads us... he leads us there, but Brave and I still take the scouting aspect. I'm losing my train of thought. You know what I mean. We're essentially scouting our way there.
Okay.
Because that could, I mean, because, you know, when you ask someone to lead them back to your house, well, okay, that's always ends well, you know. Totally never a trap or anything.
So
I feel like we could. I feel like we could probably interrogate him for a couple more things before we do that. I don't really know what in particular, but I don't know. I mean, I say we milk the sucker, you know.
Yeah.
This
Let's ask him if he knows how many of them there are.
He said many, but we could probably get a better number, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This hardly pertains, but does this particular goblin have a name?
No.
I'm going to call him Rodney.
Hold on.
Why?
Let me grab my
I have to ask why.
my name generator here.
Just because.
I feel like
Rodney,
this is
the
going to be
one
an inside joke for Ken later.
Probably.
His name is Klux. Klux.
Clucks.
Clucks the Clucks.
Like a chicken?
Kind of like a chicken, yeah.
Okay.
They're not particularly smart. Like, they don't have nice names.
They're goblins. I mean, they have goblin-ish names. They sound stupid. Like, that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good goblin name, though. Okay, so me and Mr. Clucks we're going to go ahead and kind of lead the pack. I'm going to be pretty much right behind him, not quite with like my hand on his shoulder, but I'm the signet, the basically got a gun to the back of his head.
Right. I
Gotcha.
thought Brave and I were taking point though because we can scout. Are we there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But
Okay, so
Yeah, you're definitely on
Clutch
guard duty.
points
No,
you.
no doubt about that.
Plex
Cut off his
points you to
arm,
the
he's
start of the
afraid of you.
trail, which is hidden just behind the thicket that they jumped through. So it wasn't visible from the main trail, but as soon as you get onto it, it's very clear that this trail has been used very heavily in the last few months. It would appear that they have been using this area as a staging area for ambushes for a little while now.
Okay, so for the sake of clarity, I'm basically noticing this and repeating it aloud to them.
Okay.
I'm physically pointing this out since
and
even though we're all
Bertal takes the wagons off to the side and like hides them into the woods on the opposite side from the trail that you guys are going down, and he ties off the chill there. But Airy comes with you guys.
Okay, so Bertal is staying behind, right? Because I didn't even consider that. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Okay, Airy is coming, so we do have a healer.
Yeah.
Could I ask him for a quick healing word or whatever he's got, real quick, just to talk?
Yeah. So
Does that cost anything for him to heal all of us?
It'll cost him a couple of spell slots. We only had 2 people get hurt, so
I only dropped 1 health, but if it's abundant enough, I mean, 1 point is life and death.
I mean,
so Torin asked for Airy to heal him. So we will go ahead and have him heal, so he gets 1d8 plus wisdom. Yeah, wisdom. 1d8 plus wisdom, which is going to be... Oh, that's my 9. Hold on. There's my 8. 1d8 plus wisdom. That is 5. And then also gets 2. So he heals you for 8.
Sweet. I'm back up to 22.
Solid.
That
Max
was the
HP.
Dungeoneer's pack contents that I just sent. Just so you know.
Oh, okay, cool.
I didn't think to take a short rest.
We could. What time is it?
You
guys traveled for about half the day, and that fight only took like 30 seconds.
For real.
And then the interrogation was like 5 minutes. So it's probably like 2 in the afternoon.
I'm all for taking a rest because if it's how far is their camp?
It is about 5 miles, which is an hour and a half of walking.
Okay, if it's an hour and a half of walking, I say split the difference. We walk another 45, take a small rest.
Okay.
I mean, our chances will be better at nightfall because if I'm going for stealth here.
Yeah. Plus, I can see at night too. So.
True.
Okay. So how are you guys ordered up? I know that Kyle and Brave are in the front, but who is front?
I mean, we could side by side, assuming that is possible.
The trail is only about 5 feet across, which in D&D terms is space
That's
of
one space. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say
Well,
we're
it's
kind of
still
in like
daylight,
a
so I guess
deep?
I could. If it gets too dark, then we can swap. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds fine by me.
Okay.
It makes sense to me because like
So
perception wise.
Yeah.
about 10 minutes down the trail, because Kyle is in the lead, he spots a snare trap. Oh,
Remind me real quick. A snare is like one of those. Basically, it's a piece of string that trip lines and suspends you by the ankle.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nailed it. All right, cool. Okay.
Um, sorry, hold on. I screwed up by announcing it. If the characters are searching for traps, the character in the lead spots the traps automatically. But you are not specifically searching for traps. Um,
I've been meaning to ask about that. So do I have to basically state that every time we're moving a couple feet at a time, or do I roll once?
I would
Or
say that as we're walking, I'm looking for traps.
okay, so I should just
So
openly
so
specify
I
that
already
when
gave you
we
guys.
whenever we
I
move.
already.
Then
Yeah, it's good to announce whenever you are planning on doing anything.
okay.
Uh,
I didn't know
presume
if I had to roll every 10 seconds for a perception check.
no.
If it like if we're on
If
like
you
a
are
3-day hike, if I have to roll every 10 seconds, I wasn't sure.
if you are actively if you are actively inspecting an area for traps, you would roll for perception. But if you are like walking along the trail and just kind of watching for traps, then we would use your passive perception, which is 10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Okay, so
Um,
passive perception is 10 plus wisdom, and then actively looking is straight up perception bonus.
no, actively looking would be like I'm stopping in this spot to look.
Gotcha. So,
And
okay,
that
so
takes
basically for the most part it would straight
That-
up be passive for
Yeah,
passively looking for the most
yeah.
part. Okay.
So I already gave you guys this one, so we'll move on from it. But what I was supposed to do was have you a perception saving throw.
Okay, so saving throws are basically counters if something happens. Is what I'm understanding.
Saving throw would be saving throw would be like
Hold on, you're cutting out. What?
yes, it would be it would that would,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Okay, say that again.
So a saving throw would be to counter something. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it keeps saying I still have max bars on this, and yet everyone cuts out for me. I mean, granted, we all cut out, but it's starting to bug me because I don't get it.
Okay. So I
Okay,
should have
so
had
saving.
you do a check, and then if you failed the check, then you would be doing a dexterity saving throw. But I missed all of that, so I did all of that.
Do you want me to
So
anyway?
no, we'll move on from it.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
yeah.
So I
So
see it, and then
pointed out, steps in it. It's pretty easy to avoid. It's just kind of like a foliage in the middle of so yeah, so you guys continue on down the trail.
okay. So from this point on, I am passive. I am looking for traps as we
Okay.
walk. Because
Cool.
yeah.
So we get to about another 10 or so minutes down the trail. And I need you to roll a perception check.
Okay. 4 plus 7 is 11.
Okay. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. And is that okay?
It's still a 20.
Okay. And then do I add my so I roll a 20 and add my 6 save to that, right? My dexterity
Yeah.
save. Okay. I'm gonna roll over here because I feel like I won't throw it off the table. 13.
Okay. So
Sorry. 15. I was
okay.
looking at my mod bonus.
So you stepped onto let's see here. How is it described? Oh, it's a hidden pit. So it had like leaves over the top of it. And you stepped onto it initially blindly, and then the whole like the pit started like gave way, and you caught yourself kind of like whoa before you fell in, flailing your arms, and
Close.
yeah, so you did not tumble into the pit. But the walls are not steep, so you guys are able to just pass through it without issue. It just would have been the surprise of falling in that would have been
Inconvenience.
yeah. Okay.
Well,
So you guys make it to during this time.
we're
I'll
halfway
just
at this
say
point,
that,
right?
what?
We're halfway at this point, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys continue on, and as you're continue to follow the trail, Klux is kind of chattering. The adrenaline has now worn off, and so he's like crying and chattering. He has said something about Clark, who sounds like it's his leader. Clark will get you. And he mentions that the Kragma are too powerful for you. Yeah. It sounds like Kragma might be the name of the tribe. Yeah.
I asked
So-
Torin to shut him up.